Legends tell of a brave knight who, seeking fame and fortune, battled hordes of vicious enemies to reach the blackest depths of a dungeon. There, waiting for him, was a mighty dragon guarding its treasure.
Wait, a what?
A mighty dragon.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm out.
But the legend...
Not happening. F that.
Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at A Tale of Dragons and Swords for the Intellivision by Elektronite. Dragons and Swords comes in a nice gatefold box with professionally printed manual, overlays, and of course a brand new injection molded cartridge. Alright, that's the packaging, so let's get to some dungeon crawling and see how this game plays. After the splash screens, we're thrown right into the story behind what we're about to play. It tells of a brave knight that entered the dragon's lair for fame and fortune, but failed, being beaten back by the dragon's flames and dying, lost in the dungeon. Now, it's decades later, and it's your turn to try to test your mettle against the dangers on your way to the treasure waiting below. At the title screen, press the disc to start, and you're presented with your options. Here, you can start or continue a game, view the credits, change the background music volume, or erase an existing save game. Clicking New Game prompts you to select your difficulty, and then you're in. In the opening room, you'll see a man sitting in the corner. He's a merchant, and there's one on every level of the dungeon. All merchants can heal you or save your game, but they also each have a unique item that will help you tackle things as you progress. You'll want to make sure you buy all of these. You'll need them. A Tale of Dragons and Swords is a pretty typical dungeon crawler. You roam each level, fighting monsters, gaining experience and gold, and seeking the stairs down to the next level. On the right, you'll have all your stats. From top to bottom, they are your current health, your maximum health, your attack strength, your defense value, your knight's current level, your experience points, and your gold. Under this is the stats of whatever enemy you fought last. There's also a gap in between these stats where any keys that you picked up are shown. That's right. Throughout the dungeon, you'll come across locked doors that require keys to get through. Keys aren't just laying around though. You'll have to find them by killing all the enemies in specific rooms. Once you've done that, the key will appear. There are also some hidden passages that you'll have to find on some levels. Look for oddities in the textures on the walls, and when you find them, walk right through to get to the secret section, which may contain keys or other important areas that you'll need to visit in order to progress. With each new level, the enemies get stronger and stronger, culminating in the Pink Frankensteins on level 5. These guys are no joke. Which leads me to something that should be obvious, but every time you visit a merchant, save. Saving is free, and you should do it as often as you can. Dying and having to go back 3 levels is heartbreaking and can be avoided. One last thing to mention is that there are more good guys in the dungeon than just the merchants. While exploring, you'll likely come across an adventurer that looks like a wizard. These guys give you tips on what to look for as you continue. That said, watching this video kind of eliminates your need to talk with them. Finally, after you've collected everything and leveled up as high as you can progress to level 6 and take on the dragon. And holy hell, what a dragon it is! Let's just take a second to marvel at how damn impressive this whole experience is. And honestly, for your first try or two, how intimidating this encounter is. Well, yes, this is a dragon that you have to defeat to finish the game. You're going to have to be sharp in order to beat it, but there's a couple pointers that can help you do that. First, obviously, avoid fire like the plague. If you get caught in a blast, you're going to lose a lot of health. Second, whenever the dragon isn't breathing fire, you can force it back by charging towards it. Use this to create space for you to maneuver. Third, you may have forgotten about it because it was the first item you picked up in the game, but make good use of your sprinting ability by double tapping the disc in the direction you want to run. It's almost essential to master this in order to win. There are 3 different endings to get in A Tale of Dragons and Swords. Killing the dragon gets you 1. Defeating the dragon on the hardest difficulty gets you another. and the third can be achieved by actually not attacking the dragon. If you can wait out the battle long enough, the dragon will get tired, and you'll get what's considered the best ending of the game. And that's a tale of Dragons and Swords. So what did I think? This is a solid and engaging experience for anyone who is a fan of these kind of dungeon crawlers. It reminds me a bit of the original Legend of Zelda in both its look and gameplay, which obviously is a great thing. It can certainly be frustrating at times. Those damn spikes are going to be the bane of your existence much more often than not. And it's so liberating when you finally get the boots to make them no longer a problem, but that's literally right at the end of the game. I'll also say that while the item that lets you regenerate your health is certainly a welcome one, the game mechanic associated with using it leads to a lot of stopping and waiting for your health to recharge. With those caveats, the game looks awesome, the music is good, it plays and controls well, it's a great game, and I enjoyed it a lot. On top of that, you'll get a couple hours out of this one for sure. It's not a super short game, and with the multiple endings, there's definitely motivation to go back and play it again. If you're a fan of these types of games, you're going to have a great time with The Tale of Dragons and Swords. It's a quality game, and it gets my recommendation. Thank you so much for watching my video, the first review of 2024 on my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I've got my contact information on the screen, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.